Welcome one and all to the Walkerville Brewery. It is time for Seriously Trivia. My name is Francois, and I will be your host for the next couple of hours. Hope everybody's keeping themselves well. How are you over here? Over here? Let's break down this wall here of performer audience. You guys are good? It's awesome. One team has already bought me a beer, so they're obviously ahead 150 points. So you guys know how this works. It's really hot. I'm going to get thirsty. You're going to want points. Put two and two together, everybody. Come on. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm not having any doubts. Is it too loud for some of you, perhaps? No? We're still good? Excellent. How many of you have been here before? How many of you have played? Yes. 3 teams. 2 teams have not. Excellent. Well, I will go through the rules as I may have already with you. You'll find at your tables you have buzzers, whiteboards, and markers. You will need all 3 to play today. What you will first need is the buzzer, because I will be asking a toss-up question to the entire room. The team who thinks they have the correct answer all needs to buzz in, pushing the big red button on your buzzer. We'll give them all a try right now to make sure they work, and I'll assign you your team numbers as well. Team number 1 are the 2 gentlemen from Toledo over here, and thank you for traveling this far for this game. I never knew I was this famous. Apparently I'm huge in Toledo. All right, can we see your buzzer, please? Can you give us a buzz? Awesome. Team number 2 right behind them. Thank you so much. We've got team number 5. Don't ask about the numbers. It just makes sense to me. Team number 5, that's you guys over here. Yep. 6 right after that. Thank you. 7. Buzz in, please, if you don't mind. And yes, I appreciate the cheer as well. Yes. Good team spirit. So there you go. We got 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. It is all determined on where you're sitting tonight. So once again, I'm going to ask a toss-up question. The team who thinks they know the answer needs to buzz in. Once I call out your number, you answer the question. If you answer correctly, you gain the advantage. More on that later. And you get to pick a category from the board. Let's take a look at the categories right now up on the screen. We've got tonight, a.k.a. Villains. Wanna fight about it? One sweet round. Now I'm toying with you. Bookends. Take the good, take the bad. And last but not least, fictitious foods. Those are the categories you're going to be picking from tonight. When you pick a category, then everyone will play using their markers and whiteboards. In those categories are 3 to 5 questions. Whether they're directly trivia questions, they're music clips, pictures, or puzzles, we'll find out at that time. Everyone will play using their whiteboards, and at the end of the round, everyone will put their boards up in the air to show your answers to the room. We will then correct all of the answers together. I will assign you points and put them on the scoreboard, and we will do it again and again until the game is over. We're playing 3 games tonight, 1 right now, 1 at 7, and 1 at 8 o'clock. Feel free to stay for all 3 of them, of course. Well, other than that, I don't know what else there is to say, but let's get started. I'm going to pull up your first toss-up question. We know all of your buzzers work. The category happens to be the same as one that's on the screen. Hopefully, it doesn't repeat the questions. Category is a.k.a. who is known as the Bard? Team number 5, Shakespeare is correct. William Shakespeare. Team number 5 gains the advantage. What does that mean, guys? Well, they're going to pick a category right now, and if they get every question right in that category, they'll gain an extra 50 points for having the advantage. So let's take a look at the category they picked. Fictitious foods, one of my favorites because it's food and it's not real. I don't know what that means. Name the source of these invented food products. This could be a movie, it could be a television show, it could be a book, could be a video game. I want you to name the source of these invented food products. Let's take a look at the first one. Stay Puft Marshmallows. On your whiteboard, using your markers, write down what Stay Puft Marshmallows is from. If it's from a movie, name the movie. If it's from a TV show, you name the TV show. So on and so forth. All right, I think you guys are ready for number 2. Fictitious foods. Mélange, a.k.a. The Spice. What's that from, guys? What is that from? Hello, folks at home. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves watching the first recording ever of Seriously Trivia at the Walkerville Brewery. I want to thank everybody in the audience for being very patient with us tonight as we are filming this entire game for Fire Up TV as an experiment to see how well this would translate to the screen. So far, so good. Let's take a look at your third fictitious food. Tamaco. It tastes like grandma. All right, everybody, turn those boards up in the air. Make sure all the teams can see your answers so that you cannot change them once you are done correcting. Everyone's seen your answers. These are the sources we were looking for. Give yourself a point for each. It was Ghostbusters. Melange or The Spice is from Dune. From Dune. And Tamaco, of course, from The Simpsons. Tamaco. The animals are going crazy for it. All right, folks, give yourself a point for each of those, and I'll be grabbing your points right now. Team number 1, how many do you got? That's 200 beautiful points for you. Let's take a look at 2. 100 points. Team number 5, 100 points. Team 6, 200. And Team 7, 200 beautiful points. We're off to a great start with everybody. Let's head on back to the main screen, grab a new toss-up question, and see what's up in the world of sports. Category is, okay, I just said what's up in the world of sports because it's a saying in French and I just translated it for no reason. But no joke, the next category is sports-related. Ha! Right? Serendipitous. And then $1 million fell from the sky. It's worth a try every time. You got to try it every time. All right, folks, category is F-words. F-words. What? Gosh. Philadelphia sports team. Team number 6. The Flyers is correct. It's not spelled with a PH. It is the Flyers. Advantage goes to Team 6 and your choice of a category from the board. What's it going to be, guys? One sweet round. I must have been hungry when I made this one because this is another one of these food ones. But it's not actually about food. It's these sugar-related terms. These are idioms, if you will, expressions that contain, they're sugar-related. Are they sweet? Are they sugary? It could be either way. Let's take a look at your first one. Identify this sugar-related term. Something of not intrinsic remedial value, a placebo. All right, here comes number 2. Up on the screen right now for your sugar-related term. A rich older man who bestows gifts in exchange for sexual favors or companionship. Companionship. Sure. You want to play euchre with me? And last but not least, here's your final sugar-related question. The sense of euphoria accompanied by a large intake of candy. Feeling pretty confident with the crowd right now because I feed it, I feed off of you guys. And I can sense it. I can sense you guys did very well in this category. All right, everybody, boards up in the sky. Let's take a look at your answers, see if you were able to come up with the good ones. The answers we were looking for were sugar pill, a sugar daddy, and a sugar high. A sugar high. I know you want to say rush, but it's the high. We're talking about euphoria, right? I know. I can't. If I took all the answers, you'd all get points, and at the end, we'd have a tie. We'd have to fight with knives. It'd just be awful. So let's just keep going to the next game. Let's take a look at your scores first, though. Team number 1, what you got? 300 beautiful points. That's awesome. Team number 2, Dose, you got 200 as well. 2 for 2. Number 5, 300 points. Number 6, 3 plus the advantage. That's 350. And you guys just cashed in the first advantage of the night. Very nice. Team number 7, 200 beautiful points. Excellent on everybody's part. Let's take a look now at another category for your toss-ups. Reset these buzzers. Let's see what I got for you here. All right. C words. This is a very risque sounding show, but it's not at all. It's very tame, as a matter of fact. C words. What word is missing from the following movie titles? Blank rock, blank nowhere, sleep away. Number 2. Team number 2. Camp is correct. I looked over there because I'm disoriented a little bit in the first, but you got it. It is camp. Team number 2, you guys get the advantage and your choice of a category on the board. What is it going to be? Now I'm toying with you? I hope you're not. I hope that's actually the category you want. Don't toy with me, lady. All right, here we go. Now I'm toying with you. Oh, that is the wrong oh, gosh. It's just the wrong title, folks. Don't worry. The questions, I'm sure the pictures are correct, which they are. This is from another show where we had mustaches, which is an equally acceptable category. But this time, no. We're doing toys. These are going to be pictures of toys. So do not shake the crumbs out of those bristles. Don't identify the movie. Ignore this entire slide, everybody. But please pay attention to the following 5 pictures of toys and identify the toy by name. There are 5 of them, so get ready. Here we go. This is your number 2. This is number 2. You got this. You're like, thank God it's not mustaches. I went classic. I went old school. I'm glad I did. And last but not least, here's number 5. This is pretty much a write-off. This entire category is a write-off. 500 points for everybody, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at those answers, guys. Boards up in the air. You guys are doing pretty fabulous right now. This is what we were looking for. Give yourself a point for each. It was a Furby. It was definitely a Stretch Armstrong. It was Simon. Simon was the name of the color repeating game. Light Bright. I got one for at a garage sale for my daughter. It's a cube. I was like, what is this travesty here? There's the old wedge with the light bulb you could burn yourself on. You know what I mean? You used to melt crayons on it. Make really colorful lava lamps. And last but not least, of course, it said it on the game, guys. It's a Tamagotchi. I hope you all got it because I'd be really disappointed in this. Huh? A what pet? Oh, okay. Oh, Nano Pet. Yeah, that's right. That's what they were called. All right, give yourself a point for each of these answers. And no mustaches on a single one of those toys, by the way. I hope you notice that. Just not one. Not a single one. So let's take a look at your scores. Team 1, 100 points. Very nice. Team 2, 500 points. Very, very nice. Team 5, 500. Oh, you guys get your, you guys also get, team number 2 also gets a bonus, 50 points. Team 6, 500. Team 7, 500. Well, it was the right crowd for those toys, that's for sure. You guys totally got that. Not a problem. Let's carry on with the next toss-up question and see what we can come up with. From what television show or movie would you find the following shops or stores, places of business, if you will? Wifey McBeaty's Tavern. Oh, wow, we already have a guess at table 5. No idea. I'll keep going then. 06, you have a guess. Pardon me? South Park? Harry Potter, no. Wifey McBeaty's Tavern is not in Harry Potter. Don't know why. Wifey McBeaty's. Goldman's Pharmacy and the Drunken Clam, team number 7. Huh? Family Guy is correct, yes. Team number 7 gets it with Family Guy. Remember, guys, it's a loud, echoey place. I have terrible hearing. Make sure you shout your answers out real loud. Advantage going to Team 7. Your choice of a category on the board. What's it going to be, friends? Villains. Very good choice. Very good choice indeed. It is your first audio clip of the night. And in this case tonight, name these Pixar villains and the movies they come from. That is a lot of points right there. That's possibly 600 points going to your team. I want you to name the name of the villain and the movie that they're from. You'll get a point for each, so if you don't know the name of the villain, you name the movie, that's still okay. But listen up to the following clips and answer the questions or identify them as follows.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
All right, so don't forget you are naming the character himself or herself and the movie that it's from. Here's your next one.
In many ways, the work of a critic is easy. We risk very little, yet enjoy a position over those who offer up their work and themselves to our judgment. We thrive on negative criticism, which is fun to write and to read. But the bitter truth we critics must face is that in the grand scheme of things, the average piece of junk is probably more meaningful than our criticism designating it so.
So I was going to play the whole movie for you guys, but I figured that'd be a little too long. All right, let's take a look at your third one. Name of the villain and the movie they're in.
It's finally ready! You know, I went through quite a few supers to get it worthy to fight you, but man, it wasn't good enough! After you trashed the last one, I had to make some major modifications. Sure, it was difficult, but you are worth it. I mean, after all, I am your biggest fan.
All right, and there you go. Those are the three. I'll give you a few seconds to confer and finalize that answer for the final question. All right, put those boards up in 3, 2, 1, and we're done, folks. Boards up in the air, 600 possible points going to your team. Some tough questions here, some tough questions. The first one, we were talking about Hopper from A Bug's Life. Hopper, it seems so obvious once you actually think about it. He was played, of course, by Kevin Spacey. The second one was Anton Ego from Ratatouille. He was the critic that drives the entire story, of course. It was Peter O'Toole. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Good job. That was going to be the other way I was going to ask this game, is name the actor and the character, but I guess that would have worked too. And last but not least, our final one was Syndrome from The Incredibles, played by Jason Lee. Jason Lee, of course. Great actor. And great in that role. Give yourself a point for each of those, and out of 600, tell me how much you got. Team number 1, 100 points. Team number 2, 300 points. Team number 5, 200 points. Team number 6, 200 points. And team number 7, 400 points. Awesomeness. There we have it, folks. We're going to go back and put some tunes back on because it's getting eerily awkward in here. Back to the main menu and back to another toss-up question in your face. Acronyms is a category. I'm going to give you an acronym with a blank in it, and I want you to tell me what the blank is. What does the A stand for in TBA? Team number 7 announced is correct. Advantage remains with Team 7 and your choice of a category on the board. You got AKA bookends. Want to fight about it or take the good, take the bad? Huh? AKA. Well, we got a bit of a tease of that category back in the toss-up question for the first question. These are AKA, but these are not for people. They're for Canadian cities. They're nicknames of Canadian cities. What I want you to do is tell me the city I am referring to with these nicknames right here. They are Canadian cities, and there are 3 of them. Let's get started with the first one. It goes like this. What city is known as Terminal City, British Columbia? All right, number 2 coming up on the screen right now. What city is known as the Big Smoke, Ontario? Here comes number 3 for you. Looking to know what city is known as the City of Saints in Quebec. The City of Saints, Quebec. Le Québec. And just about a couple seconds here to finalize that last answer. That's just about long enough, guys. Boards up in the air. Show everybody your answers so we know you're not cheating and all that. Not that you would. You're all trustworthy-looking people. The answers we're looking for are super obvious, but you would know, or would you? Who knows? Terminal City is Vancouver. The Big Smoke, Ontario, is Toronto, of course. In the City of Saints, Quebec, Montreal. As a matter of fact, Montreal. Yes, I thought it was Quebec City. Shout out to whoever wrote Trois-Rivières, by the way. That's where I was born. No joke, you nailed it. All right, let's take a look here. Team number 1, what's your score? 100 beautiful points. Going down to team number 2. Team number 2. 300. Very nice, very nice. You got 200, 200. It's all good. Team number 5, 100. Team number 6, bonus for my birthplace. In my head, you got like 200 points. Team number 7, 0. Wait. All right, well, that was a tougher one than I imagined. But this whole game has been all over the place. I love it. The scores are super tight. Anyone could take over at any time. So let's pull up another toss-up question here and see what we got. UK vocab. I love this category. In the UK or in other parts, you know, other people who speak the same language will have different vocabulary for the same things, for example. And so there's always these examples that come up in the difference between UK English and American English, if you will. I'm going to give you a UK word, and I want you to tell me what the North American equivalent is of that UK word. All buzzers have been reset, and the word I'm looking for is lorry. Team number 7, a truck. Yes, a semi-truck, a truck, a transport truck. You got it. Team number 7, you maintain that advantage once again, and you just keep hogging that board. You want to fight about the board, or oh no, you just want this category? Yeah, not a problem. Let's fight about it. Let's do it. Name the source of these epic fights. What I'm about to give you are confrontations between clans, people, if you will, whatever it may be from pop culture. I want you to tell me what movie or television show this awesome fight occurred in. Starting with number 1, this one. The Montagues versus the Capulets. Here comes question number 2, your second battle. Beatrix the Bride versus the Crazy 88. From which movie or television show would you see the fight between Beatrix the Bride and the Crazy 88? We got a second game starting at 7 o'clock, so if you're not in this one but you want to be part of it, make sure you stick around. Grab yourself one of the leftover tables just in case a huge flood of people walks in all of a sudden and takes over the place, and we'll get started in just a little bit. I'll come see you and explain the rules, but pay attention. You'll get the gist of it. Here comes your final battle for Want to Fight About It. The Mountain versus the Red Viper. Where would you have seen the battle between the Mountain versus the Red Viper? All right, friends, enough head shaking on your part. Put those boards up in the air. You're only going to wonder so long where that is all from. Boards up in the air, everybody. Excellent. Everyone's seen your answers. You can't change them now. Romeo and Juliet features the Montagues versus the Capulets. Kill Bill was your second answer for Beatrix the Bride versus the Crazy 88. And The Mountain versus the Red Vipers squared off on Game of Thrones. It was skull-crushing. It was a skull-crushing fight. Let's take a look at your scores. Team number 1, 200 points. Very nice. Team number 2, 100. Team number 5, 200 points. Team number 6, 300 beautiful points. And team number 7, 300 plus your advantage, 350 goes to you. And back to the drawing board. All right, you guys we've been playing for a while. Let's just make sure all of your buzzers are still on. So let's give it a quick check. I usually did this halfway, but I got carried away here. Let's take a look at buzzer number 1. Make sure your buzzer works, please. Please buzz in when I call your team. Please. Are you pushing the right button? Okay. Flick the, there's a little switch on the side. It'll turn it back on. You guys want to keep playing with the buttons on your buzzers, of course, to keep it awake. They do have, unfortunately, an auto shut-off. So you're going to want to keep pushing the buttons to keep it alive. 1, thank you very much. Number 2, let me take a look at yours. Thank you. Team number 5. Yes, 6. Beautiful. We got 7 over there. You got it. All right, let's take a look here. 2 categories left, and your category for this toss-up is AKA. We're back to people. Who is known as the Iron Lady? Team number 7. Margaret Thatcher is correct. You guys are on fire. They not only have the speed, they have the knowledge. Team 7, you maintain the advantage. You get to pick between bookends or take the good and take the bad. You take them both, and then you have Facts of Life. This category is your next audio category, and it is a theme round of TV themes. Name the television show for each of these TV themes you're about to hear. This is it, folks. This is the part you've been waiting for all night. Let's take a look at number 1. That was my impression of the last bit. You're welcome. Here's number 2. Looking for the next one. And last but not least, here is your final television theme. Identify the show. Spooky. All right, everybody, boards up in the air. They'll just stare, sing along. All right, there we go. Look at the 3 shows we were looking for. You guys are TV fans, obviously. You're all here. I think we all have that in common. Breaking Bad was your first one, followed by Dexter, and followed by Game of Thrones. 2 Game of Thrones questions in one game. Come on. I must have been in a mood. A good mood. I'm throwing the game. I like it. All right, let's take a look at your scores here. Team 1 with that awesome pun, 100 points. Team 2, right behind them, 200 points. Team 5, what you got? 300. Team 6, 3. You had a hard time figuring out how to make 3 with your fingers. I want to know what was happening right there. And we got 2 over at team number 7. Excellent. Let me throw some tunes back on. We have got one more game up in one more category. Going on in game number 1. Make sure you guys stick around because we will be playing 2 more games with a whole bunch of new categories for you. Some more puzzles, some different trivia and whatnot. So feel free to hang on to your stuff if you're sticking around. If you want to join us, grab one of the empty tables. Of course, we've got 2 of them right now, and we'll be getting started around 7 o'clock. Of course. A big thank you to the Walkerville Brewery for having us tonight and providing the prizes. I've got some prizes for the winners of every game for the team, so make sure you stick around for those as well. Bookends is going to be your category, but let's still find out what your who's going to get the advantage on this one. C words is your category. One of the world's most widely recognized red wine grape varieties. Team number 7. Cabernet is correct. It's number 7. You guys maintain the final advantage. I think that's like 4 in a row, 5 in a row maybe. Yeah, you're on fire. Pretty much on fire. Let's take a look at Bookends, your category. Hopefully this one is as lucky as you are good. What I'm going to be giving you, as in the example here, is 3 words with the middle one missing. You got to figure out what goes in the middle. So we got pool blank hats, pool party, party hats. Get it? We got 3 of those coming up, looking for the middle name. And this is a warm-up for a game you're going to find in game number 2 or 3, of course. Let's take a look here at your first one. All right, here comes question number 2. What goes in the middle of this? And here it is, folks, your last category, last puzzle, last question of this, the first game of Seriously Trivia at the Walkerville Brewery this week. Bookends, what goes in the middle of this?
Get down, everybody.
Do you know? Do you know what it is? I don't know. Figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. That's what you're going to have to do. I'm talking to the people at home, folks. I'm talking to the folks at home. You're going to be watching this later, be like, he was talking to the camera the whole time? He was talking to the camera the whole time. He was. All right, folks, boards up in the air, and let's take a look at your answers right now for more. All right. These are the what we're looking for. The goose. No. Yes, goose. I read the example first. Mother Goose, Goosebumps. Second one was fantasy, Final Fantasy, fantasy football. And the last one, of course, looking for back, hunchback, back pay. Let's take a look at your scores as you give yourselves 1 point for each of those. Team 1, 200 points. Team number 2, 300 beautiful points. Team number 5, 300. 6, 300. And 7, 300 plus your advantage. That's 350. Give me just a second here to tally up your scores. Take a look at the order they go in and determine who is the winner of this, the first game. All right, folks, if you take your eyes to the screen and take a look at the scoreboard, they go as such. I'm kidding. That's no one. No one wins. You all get 0 points. It didn't matter anyway. Here are your scores. In third place with 2,000 points is team number 5, followed by team number 6 with 2150. And team number 7, you won by 50 points. Congratulations, 2,200 points. Hey, a big round of applause, please, to everyone who played and did very, very well. You guys were all very good. 2 more games coming up, guys. One at 7 o'clock, one at 8. I've got a variety of different questions and puzzles coming up as well. So you're not going to be playing the same stuff. If you didn't like these puzzle, maybe you'll like the next one. Grab yourself a beer. I've got some prizes for table team number 7. I'll be coming to give you those. Stick around, folks, and come and see me if you have any questions. We'll be right back.